Good morning, Monarchs fans. We are back here today in sunny Auburndale, Florida for Game 3 of the Homeschool World Series that will pit the Middle Tennessee Monarchs against the Winston-Salem Hawks. Both teams finished day one at 1-1, and so this is a tiebreaker game to see who moves on for the possibility of Division I or Division II, and who moves into Division III for that championship bracket. It's a little bit windy, sunny, partly cloudy, and the Winston Hawks take the field. They are going to be the home team today based on coin flip, and the Monarchs will be visiting team. Scheduled for a 7-inning game, but it is based on time as well. We're starting a few minutes late here today. And in just a minute here, I'll get the lineups for the Monarchs. Yesterday, the Monarchs went 1-1, losing the first game to the St. Louis Patriots 13-0, and then beating the Waukesha Saints 9-5. All right, for the Monarchs today, batting first and playing center field, number 17, Harrison Adelgren. In left field, number 12, Samuel Heldman. Batting third, the shortstops, number 15, Stephen Butterfield. Cleanup, the first baseman, number 25, Tanner Provencher. In the fifth hole, number 24, Xander Brewer behind the plate. Batting sixth, number 18, Seth Fetchie, the third baseman. Batting seventh today will be number 5, Caleb Young, playing second base. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 42, Braden Morris. And on the mound today for the Monarchs, number 10, Evan Miller. Defensively for the Winston-Salem Hawks, behind the plate, we've got Montgomery. On the mound, Heaney. I don't think I have any first names here, unfortunately. No, I do not. On first base, number 51, Wilson. Second base, number 3, Snow. At shortstop, number 1, King. On third base, number 4, Patuski, I believe is how you pronounce that. Left field, number 6, Matheson. Number 23, Matheson in center. And number 22, Kissinger in right. And to lead off the game for today, the shortstop, junior, number 17, Harrison Adelgren. Got a couple of different video effects I'm playing with here today. I will be able to pop up the score like that when we have it. First pitch to Harrison, high, ball 1. We also have a camera down the right field line, also includes the batter's box. We'll try to do that. Next pitch. Ball, inside. 2-0 on Harrison. And then we're also going to try maybe a little picture-in-picture effect here when we get a runner on first. We'll see how that goes. Fly ball out to right center field. Right fielder running over it, but drops in front of him for a base hit for Harrison. So the Monarchs have the leadoff runner on here in the top of the first. Now up to bat, left fielder number 12, Samuel Heldman. We'll do a little picture-in-picture here so you can see down the first base line. See Harrison leading off there. Left-handed pitcher, so Harrison won't have too big a lead. First pitch, nope, sorry, goes over to first. Easy back in for Harrison. Once again, thrown over to first. Harrison dives back in safely. Samuel squares the bunt. Harrison goes to steal second, slides in safely. The pitch was high for ball 1. So Harrison steals second base. And we have a 1-0 count on Samuel. Sam squares the bunt, offers at it, but misses for strike 1. Samuel was looking to sacrifice Harrison over to third. Harrison takes his lead at second. Inside ball. 2-1 on Samuel. Line drive to left field, or excuse me, fly ball to left field. Left fielder settles under it for out number 1. We've got the wind blowing in from right field today. A little gusty at times. Up to bat next, shortstop, senior, number 15, Stephen Butterfield. Pitcher spins, nobody at second base. Harrison trots back in. Looks like the shortstop might be coming over to hold him a little bit tighter. Pitch home, inside, ball 1. Oh, takes it off the hip. So Steven, hit by pitch, makes his way down to first. So the Monarchs have 2 runners on here in the top of the first. 1 out, up to bat, senior first baseman number 25, Tanner Preventure. First pitch, breaking ball for strike 1. Second pitch, right at the first baseman, grabs it, tries to go to second with it, gets the runner at second for the force out. So fielder's choice for Tanner, from the first baseman to the shortstop. Monarchs now have runners on first and third. 2 outs. Up to bat, the senior catcher, number 24, Xander Brewer. Tanner breaks for second base. No throw. He goes in standing up. First pitch is called strike. 0-1 on Xander. So both runners now in scoring position. Good opportunity for the Monarchs with the base hit to score 2. Ground ball. Dop knocks off the... Oh, dead ball, dead ball. Went off the umpire's foot. Okay, so the ball is dead. Batter gets first base, but the runners have to return to their original bases. So it'll be bases loaded for the junior third baseman, number 18, Seth Fetchy. And we're going to have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, Xander Brewer. Number 32, Cameron Pelletier, will be running for Xander today.
It hit the umpire, so it's a dead ball. Batter gets first base, but the runners can't advance.
Okay, bases loaded. 2 outs here on the top of the first.
No, I think it's one of those, it's almost like a hit by pitch.
First pitch, chopper foul down the third base line. Seth stays back on one, grounds it to the third baseman, scoops it up, fires it to second for the force out. Monarchs strand 3, get no runs on 1 hit, going to the bottom of the second, tied 0-0. And we're back here at the bottom of the first. Monarchs threatened in the top of the first, but couldn't push a run across. Unfortunate play there with the ball going off the umpire's foot. Probably cost us a run there. But that's okay. We'll get through that. Okay, so up to bat first for the Winston-Salem Hawks. Center fielder number 23, Matheson. Left-handed batter. First pitch high and outside, ball one. Second pitch bounces in the dirt for ball two. Swing, strike one. Low, ball three. 3-1 on the batter. Swing, strike two. Evan takes it full count here on the first batter. Payoff pitch. Swinging, strike three. Batter goes down. First couple pitches were a little off, but Evan looks to have found his groove here on the mound. Up to bat now for the Hawks is number 3, the second baseman, Snow. Ground ball to the shortstop, Stephen Butterfield. Bobbles it for a second, fires it over to Tanner for out number 2. So 2 outs for the third baseman, Patuski, number 4. Excuse me, this is number 24. Maybe typed in wrong in the thing that I'm looking at, but third batter of the inning. First pitch inside. Ducks out of the way for ball 1. Second pitch, swinging strike 2, or excuse me, swinging strike 1. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3 outside. Caught the corner, strike 2. 3-2 on the batter. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Batter takes his base. So 2 outs, runner on first. Coming up, the cleanup hitter, number 22, Kissinger, the right fielder. Runner takes his lead. Evan looks back at first. Comes home with it. Ball outside. Good throw by Xander. Oh, but the Caleb misses it on the hop, and the runner's in safely. Had plenty of time, but throws a little bit low and hopped in. Caleb wasn't able to hang on to it. So runner at second now. 2 outs. 1-0 count on the batter. Evan looks the runner back at second. Comes set. Wasn't quick enough to get back there. The runner at second had made a jump for third. Evan stepped off but couldn't get the ball out of his glove quick enough to catch him off. Pitch bounces in, gets past the Xander. Runner advances to third. Wild pitch on Evan. Nope, almost threw it away, tossing it back to him. So 2-0 on the batter. Runner at third base. 2 outs. Swing, strike one, 2-1. Another one bounces in there, gets past Xander, and runner comes in. So it's 3-1 now on the batter, and the Winston-Salem Hawks lead 1-0. Ball 4 high, batter takes his base. So the Hawks have 1 run here in the bottom of the first. 2 outs, runner on first base. First pitch in there for a strike on the corner. Up to bat now is the shortstop, number 1, King. Runner takes his lead at first. Popped up back behind the catcher, but out of play. Xander sets up in the outside corner. Pitch comes in, high pitch. Xander fires it, a little too high. Caleb tried to get the tag down, but couldn't get it down in time. Runner in safely at second. One ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Runner at second base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Big lead for the runner at second. Swinging, strike 3. And the inning is over. But the Hawks score 1 run on no hits and leave 1 runner on base. Heading to the top of the second. Score is Hawks 1, Monarchs 0. All right, top of the first. Up to bat for the Monarchs. Second baseman, number 5, Caleb Young. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch, breaking ball for strike 2. Third pitch, a little bit high. Ball 1. Inside, ball 2. 2-2 now on Caleb. Caleb is another one of the 7 seniors on the Monarchs this year. Caleb takes one, drives it to right field. It's going to drop in for a hit just over the first baseman. So for the second inning in a row, the Monarchs have the leadoff batter on base. Up to bat now, number 42, senior right fielder Braden Morris. Caleb takes his lead. Braden fouls one off of his foot for strike 1. Catcher calls time. I'm going to go out and talk to his pitcher real quick. Well, maybe not. Caleb gets his lead. Braden's back in the box. Oh, caught him in between. He's in a pickle. Caleb's in now, going back to first, going towards second, back to first. And he gets tagged out. Caleb tried to keep it alive for a little longer, but after going back and forth a few times, is out at trying to dive back into first base. So the leadoff runner gets wiped out. 1 out now for the Monarchs. Count of 0-1 on Braden Morris. Pitch 2 is high and outside for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Just missed him. 2-1. Did Rodney get all that on the scoring? Should ask him if
4-3 to 4-3.
Ball stays high. 3-1 now on Braden. Nope, sorry. Braden takes an inside pitch, fouls it off. Full count now on Braden. Pitcher steps off the mound. Adjusting their defense a little bit. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside. Oh, bounces off his knee. Would have been ball 4, but Braden has to take the hit too. So, Monarchs once again have a runner on first base. Up to bat, the pitcher, number 10, Evan Miller. Braden got a nice sized lead. Pitcher comes home with it. Ball inside.
I saw you working out yesterday.
Braden goes. Fly ball out to left center field. Wind's playing with it a little bit, but the left fielder gets underneath it for out number 2.
coincidental to see him working out. I know.
Now up to bat for the Monarchs. Number 17, Harrison Adelgren. We're back to the top of the lineup. Braden takes his lead at first. Throw over, back in safely. Inside, swinging, strike one. Next pitch, inside for ball one. One and one on Harrison. Swing, strike two. Oh! Balk is called. So Braden trots down to second base. And it's no pitch. So still 2-2 on Harrison. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on second. Inside. Bounces off of Harrison's knee. Batter takes his base. Braden has to go back to second base for that. So the Monarchs now have 2 runners on. Here in the top of the second. Up to bat now, number 12, Samuel Heldman. First pitch is outside. Oh, no. First pitch caught the outside corner for strike one. Second pitch, lined over the left fielder. Braden's coming around third. There's going to be a play at the plate. It's going to be close, but offline. Braden scores to tie the ball game. Ball gets past the catcher. Harrison thought about going home, but holds up. So a 2-out single by Samuel Heldman scores Braden, and on the throw, he advances to second. Monarchs tie it up at 1 here in the top of the second. Runners now at second and third, 2 outs. For number 15, the shortstop, Stephen Butterfield. First pitch, ground ball at the third baseman. Bobbles it a little bit, picks it up to try to make the throw. Can't. First baseman can't hold on to the throw. Harrison scores. And the Monarchs take the lead 2-1. Monarchs have runners at first and third, 2 outs, and up to bat first baseman Tanner Provencher. First ball inside, Stephen Butterfield takes the base without a contested throw. Runners now on second and third. 1-0 on Tanner. Tanner sees it, drives it over the shortstop's head. Going to bring in Samuel. Stevens rounding third for another run. Monarchs put 2 more on the board here in the top of the second on the RBI single by Tanner Provencher. And now lead the Hawks 4-1. Monarchs got a nice little 2-out rally going. Tanner at first, up to bat now the catcher, number 24, Xander Brewer. Tanner breaks for second. Throw down is offline. Tanner slides in safely. First pitch was called a strike on Xander. Second pitch. Xander lines it back in the middle. Tanner rounding third base. Headed for home. Throw is offline. Almost hit Tanner as he was coming in. Xander is able to make it to second base on the throw offline. Xander heads up play, not looking, makes it to third base. Xander was in a bit of a slump before that, but nice hit back up the middle to bring in Xander, and a heck of a heads-up play when the pitcher put his head down to advance from second to third. Monarchs now leading 5-1 here in the top of the second. Coach going out to talk to his team. Xander's now going to have a pinch runner coming in for him. Number 32, Cameron Pelletier. Umpire walks out to the mound, break up the conference. Hawks coach just trying to settle his players down. Up to bat now, the third baseman, number 18, Seth Fetchy. Runner on third, 2 outs. Cameron takes the lead from third. First pitch low, ball 1. Snap throw back down to third. Cameron had come off the base, but and dives back in safely. With the left-handed pitcher on the mound, the runner at third could take a little more liberty coming down the line, but the catcher trying to keep him honest, throwing him back. Second pitch, swinging at the shortstop. Shortstop picks it up over to first for out number 3. But the Monarchs put up 5 runs on 4 hits in the top of the second. Going to the bottom of the second, leading the Hawks 5-1. Now up to bat for the Hawks is, pitcher number 21, Haney, takes first pitch for a ball. Second pitch high and outside, ball 2. Pitch down the middle for strike 1. Line drive over the shortstop's head into the left center field. Picked up by Harrison, thrown back in. Base hit by the pitcher. And we're going to have a pinch runner here, or excuse me, a courtesy runner here for the pitcher. Up to bat now is the catcher number 32, Montgomery. Runner takes his lead at first. Evan comes home. First pitch outside. Ball one. Xander tries to make a snap throw, but down there almost gets him on a little lackadaisical walk back into first. But the runner's back safely. Inside pitch, ball two. 2-0. Seth is in tight on the grass, expecting a bunt. Swinging pop, foul, out of play. Braden playing in at fairly short and right. Seth backs up a little bit onto the dirt. Pitches a ball, 3-1 on the batter. Swing right at Caleb. Line drive to Caleb. Back to the first baseman Tanner for the double play. Monarchs erase the leadoff single with the double play. 2 outs now in the bottom of the second. Monarchs still up 5-1. Up to bat now. First baseman, number 51, Wilson. Breaking pitch stays up for ball one. Pitch two is in the dirt for ball two. Jimmy, we need to get you a headset so you can provide some color commentary or something here.
You know, Mark. He's really done well on days when it's 70 degrees and partly cloudy.
Coach Heldman going out to talk to his pitcher, Evan. Last two pitches a little bit off. Wants to make sure he's okay. There are several other games going on here in Auburndale today. The Q games for Division I and Division II are going on right now on the other 4 fields here in Auburndale. They actually have 8 fields here, or maybe actually 9 fields. We're played on all of them. Teams played on all 9 fields yesterday. Today, just playing on the lower 5. Swinging, strike one. Coach Hellman's talked. It must have calmed Evan down a little bit and thrown strikes again. Swinging, strike two. 2-2 on the batter. Got the bottom corner, strike 3. Batter goes down on strikes. Going to the top of the third, Monarchs leading 5-1. Quick shout out to my wife, Sandy, here in the top of the third, who reminded me that I did not change the inning correctly. We are in the top of the third, with the Monarchs leading 5-1. So I think the banner is correct now. And we also have a pitching change for the Hawks. Number 1, King, replaces Henney at pitcher. And number 77, Wilson, is going to shortstop. Up to bat here in the top of the third for the Monarchs. Second baseman, number 5, Caleb Young. Caleb is 1 for 1 for the day with a single, his first time at bat. First pitch stays high for ball 1. Second pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Up to bat this inning for the Monarchs will be Caleb, followed by Braden Morris, and then Evan Miller. Line drive into the left field. Left fielder settles under it for out number 1. Caleb gave it a ride, but pretty much right at the left fielder. Up to bat now, number 42, Braden Morris. Braden was hit by a pitch his first time at bat, and came around to score in that 5-run second inning. Braden takes one, pops it up in the foul ground on the third base side. Third baseman underneath it grabs it for out number 2. So very quickly the Monarchs' first 2 batters are down here in the top of the third. Up to bat now, number 10, the pitcher Evan Morris. What the heck am I saying? Evan Miller. We shouldn't have Morris and Miller back to back. The other M. Evan Miller is up to bat. First pitch inside for ball 1. Second pitch on the outside for strike 1. 1-1 on Evan. Third pitch inside for ball 2. 2-1 on Evan. Caught the outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 now on Evan. 2 outs here in the top of the third. Monarchs leading 5-1 still. Evan smacks one down the first base line, just foul though. About 6 more inches to the left, and that would have been a double down the first base line. That pitch inside and bounces off of his backside, and so Evan takes his base. And we're going to have a courtesy runner for Evan Miller. Number 11, Ethan Willis will come in as a pinch runner, and we're back to the top of the Monarchs lineup. Center fielder number 17, Harrison Adelgren. Coach Pelletier gives him the sign, and he steps into the box. Harrison takes the first pitch, drives it toward the second baseman, who scoops it up over to first for out number 3. Monarchs score no runs in the top of the third, leave 1 on base. Going to the bottom of the third, still leading 5-1. And here we go into the bottom of the third. No defensive changes for the Monarchs. Up to bat, number 2, designated hitter Stahl takes the first pitch, drives it out to left field, but Samuel Heldman, had running in to get it, but couldn't quite put his glove on it. Had a long way to run, thought he had it, and just tipped off his glove. So the Hawks have the first batter on here in the bottom of the third. Up to bat now, center fielder number 23, Matheson. Swinging fly ball down the first base line, but foul. Runner takes his lead at first. Evan tries the outside corner, misses. 1-1. Fly ball out into center field. Short center field. Harrison grabs it, but bobbles it a little bit. Don't think he would have got the runner at second anyway. So back-to-back hits by the Hawks here in the bottom of the third. So they have 2 runners on, nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Up to bat, second baseman number 3, Snow. Sorry about the photographer in the camera view there. They have an outfit come in from Oklahoma and take action shots during a lot of the games that are posted online. Bunt down the first base line. Tanner grabs it, tags the runner out. But a successful sacrifice by Snow advances the runners. So runners now on second and third. Up to bat, number 4, the third baseman, Patuski. Both Tanner and Seth are in on the grass trying to stop the run at home. Steven and Caleb are playing back. First pitch bounces in for ball 1. Good stop by Xander to keep that from getting past him. Popped up, back out of play. One and one on the batter. Pitch a little high for ball 2. Another one bounces in, ball 3. 3-1 on the batter. Another nice block by Xander to keep that in front of him, keep the run from coming in. Ball 4 outside. Batter takes his base. So the Hawks have the bases loaded here. For the cleanup hitter, number 22, Kissinger, the right fielder. Monarchs still playing in the corners and back at the middle, in the middle infield. First pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. Swinging strike 2. Xander fake throw back to third base, but with the third baseman in on the grass, nobody covering the bag. 0-2 on the batter. Swing ripped but fouled down the third base line. Hawks coach had to duck to make sure that one didn't hit him in the head. Still 0-2 on the batter. 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the third. Little off-speed pitch. He's able to get a piece of it, foul it off. We'll do it all again. Little curveball, fly ball to the left fielder, Samuel Heldman. Samuel catches it on the fly, brings it in, actually tries to double up the runner at second, but short enough that none of the runners are able to advance. Now we have 2 outs, bases loaded. For the pitcher, number 1, King. First pitch, off speed, out in front of it for strike 1. Infield back at normal depth with 2 outs now. Second pitch, out in front of it again. Xander fires down to first. Tries to get the runner off the base. 0-2 now on the batter. Shouts of one more coming from the Monarchs fans. Xander sets up way outside. And gets him swinging strike 3. The Monarchs get out of the jam to keep the Hawks from scoring. Going to the top of the 4th, Monarchs still up, 5-1. Up to bat for the Monarchs in the top of the 4th. Leading off is going to be the left fielder, number 12, Samuel Heldman. Samuel is 1 for 2 today with an RBI and a run scored. First pitch inside, ball 1.
Come on now. Come on, Sam. Smash.
Samuel lays down a bunt, but it's popped up right back to the pitcher. Tried to bunt for a single, but got underneath it a little bit too much. For out number 1. Next up, the shortstop, number 15, Stephen Butterfield.
Steven. Come on, Miss Flores. Fun. Steve.
First pitch inside for ball 1.
Go. Nice, Steve.
Second pitch is outside for ball 2. Takes an inside pitch, drops it just over the third baseman, in for the shortstop for a single.
We're winning.
Up to bat now, number 25, Tanner Provencher.
Come on, Tanner.
First pitch called strike. No throw down to second. Steven takes second easily.
He's energetic. Come on, Tanner. Come on. Smack that ball.
Tanner takes one, drives it deep. Left fielder going back. It's going to be over his head. Steven's going to round third, coming easily. Tanner going for second, and we'll go in with a stand-up double. Tanner drove that one deep into left field for a double. Monarchs now leading 6-1. Up to bat, number 24, Xander Brewer. First pitch, pops it up on the right first base side. First baseman going for it, but just out of play into the bullpen area. Pitch low and outside. Ball 1. 1-1 on Xander. Next pitch is fouled back for strike 2. One and 2 on the catcher, Xander Brewer. Next pitch, fly ball out to center field. Center fielder settles under it and makes the catch. Looked like that one might drop in, but the center fielder caught it on the run. 2 outs now for the Monarchs here in the top of the 4th. Up to bat now, number 18, the third baseman, Seth Fetchy.
Mark got it.
Runner on second, 2 outs. First pitch inside, ball 1. Second pitch is ball. Ball 2. Two and 0 on Seth. Third pitch, high. Seth squared the bunt. Tanner. Sorry, I was looking down. So Seth squared the bunt. Must have had a either a bunt and run or a straight steal on. Tanner tried to steal third and was caught going to third. So the Monarchs put another one on the board in the top of the 4th, going to the bottom of the 4th, leading 6-1. Up to bat for the Hawks in the bottom of the 4th. The shortstop, number 77, Wilson. No defensive changes for the Monarchs. First pitch inside, ball 1. Second pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 on the batter. Ground ball to Seth at third. Fires over to Tanner. A little bit offline, but Tanner's able to come across the line and get it for out number 1. So with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, up next for the Hawks, number 32, Montgomery. First pitch fouled, back out of play. Next pitch gets to the outside corner for strike 2. Pitch stays up high for ball 1.
Come on, Evan! Next to the bubble!
Breaking ball for strike 3. Goes down swinging. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Up to bat now, first baseman, number 51, Wilson. First pitch is low for ball one. Fly ball out to left center field. Excuse me. Samuel settles under it, reaches out and grabs it for out number 3. Hawks go in order here in the bottom of the 4th. Heading to the top of the 5th. Monarchs still leading 6-1. Here in the top of the 5th, up to bat for the Monarchs is number 18, Seth Fetchy. Seth was up when Tanner was thrown out trying to steal third. First pitch low, ball one. Ball back to the pitcher. Throws over to first base for the first out. Up to bat now, the second baseman, number 5, Caleb Young. First pitch called strike. Second pitch, swinging strike 2. Caught the outside corner for strike 3. 2 outs here for the Monarchs in the top of the 5th. Up to bat now, right fielder number 42, Braden Morris. Braden takes the first pitch and fouls it off out of play. Second pitch outside for ball 1. Caught the inside corner for strike 2. 1-2 now on Braden. Ground ball to third base and bounces over his glove into left field. Braden rounds first, but stays there. So a 2-out single by Braden Morris, and the Monarchs have a runner here in the top of the 5th. Up to bat now, the pitcher, number 10, Evan Miller. He's got to move Evan Miller back in the lineup too.
Make sure you put Evan back in the lineup.
First pitch is low, bounces in there. Braden stealing second, beats the tag, slides in safely. One and 0 on the pitcher, Evan Miller, with the runner at second and 2 outs. Pitch outside. Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-0 now on Evan. Let's see what Coach Pelletier calls. I'm guessing he's going to be taking this pitch to get back to the top of the lineup. He's taken all the way for ball 4. Evan trots down to first. And we will have a courtesy runner coming in. It'll be Ethan Willis once again. As the Monarchs come around to the top of the order with number 17, Harrison Adelgren, up at the plate. First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. Harrison swings the next pitch, drives it into center field. Diving try by the center fielder, but he misses it. Braden rounds third and comes into home for another run. Let's see where we're going to get an official score on that. Either way, the Monarchs take a 7-1 lead here in the top of the 5th. Up to bat now, number 12, Samuel Heldman, the left fielder. First pitch, a little low for ball 1. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 5th. Next pitch high and outside for ball 2. 2-0. Strike 1 down the middle. Looked like Samuel might have been taking until he got his first strike. That last hit by Harrison was scored as an error. Samuel swinging strike 2. Got him with the high fastball. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on here in the top of the 5th for the Monarchs. Little off-speed pitch. Samuel's able to fight it off. To keep alive. Caught the outside corner for strike 3. Samuel goes down looking. But the Monarchs put another run on the board, going to the bottom of the 5th, leading the Hawks 7-1. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Monarchs up 7-1 over the Hawks. Up to bat number 2, Stahl. First pitch is fouled away. Strike 1. No defensive changes for the Monarchs. Fly ball. Short left field. Samuel Heldman coming in. Steven calls him off. Shortstop catches it for out number 1. They collided with each other but held on to the ball. Back to the top of the lineup for the Hawks for number 23, the center fielder, Matheson. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Swinging, strike 2. Fly ball on the third base line, but out of play. Outside. Ball 1. 1 and 2 on the batter. Batter goes down to get the ball, fouls it off down the first base line. Off-speed pitch by Evan trying to get him out in front of it. Batter was able to just get a piece of it. Still 1 and 2. Coach Heldman adjusting the defense a little bit. Ball 2. 2 and 2 on the batter. Swinging, strike 3. Batter goes down on strikes. Now up to bat the second baseman, number 3, Snow. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, line drive, right at the shortstop. Stephen Butterfield for out number 3. So the Hawks go in order in the bottom of the 5th, going to the top of the 6th. Monarchs still leading 7-1. Scheduled here in the top of the 6th for the Monarchs will be Stephen Butterfield, Tanner Preventure, and Xander Brewer, the heart of the Monarchs lineup. Coming up to bat, number 15, the shortstop, Stephen Butterfield. Stephen is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI and 2 runs scored. First pitch called strike. Outside, ball 1. We did have a change in pitchers for the Hawks. Number 3, Snow, replaces number 1, King, at pitcher. Inside, just misses Stevens' knee. Wilson goes to second base, and King goes to shortstop. So shuffling around the defense, bringing in a new pitcher. 2-1 on Steven. Pitch outside, ball 3. Fouled one off. 3-2 on Steven.
Come on, Steve. It's a full count now. What's your move? Retreat or attack?
Payoff pitch outside, ball 4. Steven walks. Steven takes the lead at first base as number 25, Tanner Preventure, is at the plate. First pitch just a little bit outside, ball 1. Steven gets a little bit bigger lead this time. Goes to second. Pitch is high. Steven slides in safely. Ball gets into center field. Steven pops up. Over to third. The center fielder bobbled it. Coach Pelletier thought about sending him home, but holds him up. So, runner on third now. Nobody out.
Come on, Maui. Come on, Maui.
2-0 on the batter. Pitch catches the outside corner at the letters for strike 1. 2-1 on Tanner. Swinging strike. Oh! Catcher fires down to third. Try to catch Steven off, but he's back in safely. 2-2 on Tanner. Takes the outside pitch, chops it to the second baseman. Gets past his glove. Gets past the right fielder as well. Tanner rounds first, going to the second, and will go in standing up. So an error by the second baseman, and then another error by the right fielder allows the batter Tanner to make it to second base. Monarchs put another run on the board, now lead 8-1. Up to bat now, catcher number 24, Xander Brewer. First pitch, catches the inside corner for strike 1. Next pitch is high. Ball 1. 1-1 on Xander. Inside pitch. Xander rips foul down the third base side.
Straighten that out.
Ball stays up high. 2-2 now. Outside, ball 3.
I see those eyeballs.
Full count now on Xander. Pitch stays outside for ball 4. Xander trots down to first base. Got a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, number 24, number 32, Cameron Pelletier. And it looks like we've got a substitution coming in. Number 22, Caleb Falth, will be taking the place of number 18, Seth Fetchy. So this is a pinch hitter for the third baseman, Seth Fetchy. The rules do allow him to come back in later in the game. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Called strike. 1-1 now on Caleb. Swinging strike 2. Pitch high and outside for a ball. 2-2 now on Caleb. Catches the outside corner for strike 3. Caleb goes down looking. Another offensive change here for the Monarchs, as number 9 Rodney Bakken comes in to pinch hit for Caleb Young. One out, 2 runners on for the Monarchs. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Pitch catches inside corner for strike 2. Takes next pitch and fouls it to the Hawks dugout. Oh, and 2 on Rodney. Takes next pitch, pop up on the first base side. First baseman gets under it for out number 2. So 2 outs now for the Monarchs in the top of the 6th. Got another pinch hitter coming in. Number 27, Ben Willis, pinch hitting for Braden Morris. Two outs, 2 runners on. Monarchs leading 8-1 here in the top of the 6th. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a conference here as well. Shortstop calling the catcher and the pitcher in, talking through some things. Okay, the conference is over. Ben takes his spot in the box. First pitch catches that outside corner again for strike 1.
Come on, man. Come on, Ben.
Benjamin Chopper to the shortstop, scoops it up, fired it over to first, in time for out number 3. Monarchs put 1 run on the board, going to the bottom of the 6th, still leading the Hawks by a score of 8-1. Got a couple of defensive changes here for the Monarchs. Benjamin Willis is going to stay on in right, replace Braden Morris. But the other two pinch hitting substitutions are back in defensively. So Caleb is back at second and Seth is back at third. Bottom of the sixth, Monarchs leading 8-1. And it looks like we might have a pinch hitter on their side as well now. Looks like number 7 is coming up to bat. Foster. Pinch hitting for Patuski. Evan Miller still on the mound for the Monarchs. First pitch, lined out to the third base line, but foul. Gave that one a ride. But it ended up foul. So we'll come back and do it again. Next pitch bounces in for a ball. 1-1. Chopper down to the shortstop. Steven makes a great play. Fires it over to Tanner for out number 1. Great play by the shortstop, moving to his right to get the runner at first. Up to bat now, number 22, Kissinger. First pitch low, ball 1. Inside pitch, fouled down toward the Monarchs dugout. 1-1. Pitch stays up high for ball 2. Ripped down the third base line, past the diving third baseman, into the corner. Rounding first, going to second. Looks like he's going to try for 3. Steven gets the cutoff, going to third, but runner decides to turn around and head back to second with a stand-up double. So 1 on here for the Hawks in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Coming up to bat, number 1, King. Pitch stays up high, ball 1. Made a play back at second base, but the runner gets in just before the throw. Nice move by Evan and by the second baseman Caleb Young to try to catch the runner at second, but didn't quite get it there quick enough. Pitch stays up high for ball 2. 2-0 on the batter. Swing, strike one. Off-speed pitch. Who's out in front of it? Outside, ball 3. 3-1. Slow ground ball to the right side. Tanner tries to get it at first, misses the ball. And the runner's safe at first, and the runner from second advances to third. Hawks now have runners on first and third here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out. Monarchs still leading 8-1. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Second pitch is low for ball 1. Can't remember if I announced the batter or not. This is number 77, Wilson. Runner goes. Pitch fouled off. Had a hit and run on. The batter wasn't able to put the ball in play. Runner goes back to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Pitches a ball. Xander chooses not to try to make a throw down to second base. So the runner steals without a defensive indifference. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out on the batter. Runners on second and third for the Hawks here in the bottom of the 6th. Little chopper Steven has to back off on. Fires it over to first. Going home. Got him in a pickle, looks like. Seth's running after him, coming down the line. Throws it to the pitcher, number 10. Tags him for the out. Good heads-up play by the Monarchs defense to get out of the inning with no runs. So going to the top of the 7th inning, Monarchs lead 8-1. It's approaching noon here in sunny Florida. Top of the 7th. Up to bat, the pitcher, number 10, Evan Miller.
Remember, if you come up here, you gotta be quiet.
Kobe.
Go in.
No defensive changes for the Hawks. First pitch up high, ball 1. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Rod still has Ethan in. Oh no, never mind, he got him. Pitch fouled back for strike 2. 1-2 on the pitcher.
Here we go, Harry. Hey, you're ball boy. I'm watching the football player. I'm watching the baseball player.
Grounded down the first base line, but just foul.
I'll be quiet. I'll come up here. I'll be quiet.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Evan. Little looper to the second baseman. Gets under it for out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup for the Monarchs. Coming at the bat, number 17, Harrison Adelgren. Outside, ball 1. Next pitch stays outside for ball 2. Outside, ball 3. 3-0 now on Harrison. Harrison drives one. Oh, shortstop reaches out, grabs it to rob Harrison of a single. Great play by the shortstop for out number 2. Pinch hitting now for Samuel Heldman is number 32, Cameron Pelletier. Two outs here on the top of the 7th. Monarchs leading 8-1. First pitch to Cameron. Low, ball 1. Takes the next pitch, fouls it off out of play on the left field side. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 on Cameron. High, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball stays outside for ball 3. Full count now on Cameron. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch is inside. Ball 4. Cameron takes his base. Up to bat now, number 15, Stephen Butterfield. Cameron gets his lead at first. First pitch is fouled straight back for strike 1. Next pitch, fly ball out to right field. Right fielder got a late jump on it. It's going to drop in for a single. Cameron comes around second, slides into third. Ball gets away from the third baseman. Cameron pops up and trots on home. Steven, the heads-up play. Round second, nobody covering third. Ends up at third base. So the Monarchs put another run on the board here in the top of the 7th. On the single by Stephen Butterfield. And now neat lead 9-1. Up to bat now, number 25, Tanner Preventure. Tanner pops one up in the foul ground, but out of play. Oh. That did not sound good. Hope that didn't break anything. Takes a second pitch, drives it right back up the middle for a single. Stephen Butterfield comes in to score. Monarchs now up 10-1. Pinch hitting now for, I'm not sure who he's pitch hitting for, but up to bat now, number 0, Zach Privatera. First pitch, little looper to the shortstop. Shortstop comes in and makes the catch on the run. And the Monarchs score 2 more runs here in the top of the 7th, going to the bottom of the final inning, leading the Hawks 10-1. So we've got several changes defensively for the Monarchs. Let me try to get them all here. Zach is going to stay in behind the plate, replacing Xander Brewer. Number 32, Cameron Pelletier, will stay in left, replacing Samuel Heldman. And it looks like that's the only defensive change. Evan Miller's still on the mound trying to close out a complete game. Up to bat for the Hawks in the bottom of the 7th, number 32, Montgomery. Oh, no, sorry, we got a, looks like we have a pinch batter here. This will be number 9, Marshall. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Low, ball 2. Swinging, strike 1. 2-1 on the batter. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 2-2. Tipped it. Zach held on for strike number 3. 1 out now on the bottom of the 7th. Got another pinch hitter coming in now. Number 34, Haney. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Outside, ball 2. Popped up, back out of play. 2-1 now. Swinging, strike 2. Evan coming up to the 100 pitch mark here, having a great outing. Going for a complete game win here. Catches the outside corner for strike 3. 2 outs now. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Up to bat now, number 6, Matheson. Pitch is fouled off of Zach's helmet for strike 1. Zach gets up, tells his coach he's doing good. Fly ball. Back out of play for strike 2. 0-2 on the batter. Yeah. Fly ball to the second baseman, Caleb Young. Calls him off, gets underneath it for out number 3. And the Monarchs win over the Winston-Salem Hawks by a final score of 10-1. Evan Miller pitched a great complete game. Ended up with 103 pitches. Only allowed 1 run. Walked 3 and struck out 8. Great outing for Evan. So with this win, the Monarchs are going to advance to what is called the Q round, the qualifying round. And we will play the Dallas Angels on Thursday at 9 a.m. Central Time. With the winner of that advancing to the Division I bracket, and then the loser moving on to the Division II bracket. Tomorrow's an off day here at the Homeschool World Series. They schedule in a day for rain, although the weather's been beautiful here. No need for it, and the forecast looks great for the rest of the week. So the final here from Lake Myrtle Sports Complex. Middle Tennessee Monarchs 10, Winston-Salem Hawks 1. Next game Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern versus the Dallas Angels.